Okay, folks, welcome to Best Stock Charts for the New Trading Week. This is Bob Desmond, and we have 5 great stocks we're going to be talking about today, maybe even 6. And after I get done doing today's analysis, I'll be entering our entry points, stop loss points, and price targets in the members area. So members, check that out later on today. In the community, I have posted the list of stocks that I scanned today. I posted it. This is free. This is, again, in the members community. No credit card required. The only time you're going to need a credit card is if you want to join our Bull and Bear Banter chat room, which is right here. Great community. And really, it's a very, very small fee. It's just to keep the lights on for the most part. $9.99 a month, and you get 37% off if you buy it annually. So you do the math. It's really cheap. And it's also included. The Bull and Bear Banter chat room is included when you sign up for our membership. Silver, gold, or titanium, it doesn't matter. And if you want TrendSpider, the trading platform that we will be demonstrating today, you get that free with silver and gold level. So take advantage of it, because if you were to buy TrendSpider as a standalone item, you'd be paying more than what you would if you simply bought our silver and gold level memberships. So in essence, membership to the Contrarian Trader, silver and gold level memberships pay for itself because you get TrendSpider. What's the difference? The difference is that you get all the functionality of TrendSpider. The difference is between the number of alerts you're allowed to set up and the number of scans you could do. So in essence, when I describe it to people, it's in the middle of enhanced and the standard version of TrendSpider. Now, if you're not interested, fine. Take advantage of a 35% discount code below. And if you're wondering when I do the demonstration what level I use the same level, the gold level membership that I give away to those who sign up for the Contrarian Trader. I don't have any reason to sign up for a higher level version. And I do this for a living. So let's talk about our week this week. We booked profits in SoundHound. I'm going to be doing a post-trade analysis on SoundHound. I spoke about this stock way back here, and I said, get ready for an explosive move, because we had a Bollinger Band squeeze, which is what I scanned for yet again today. A Bollinger Band squeeze setup. That's when you have the Bollinger Bands in red, trading inside the Keltner channel, and we only scan for stocks with strong fundamentals. All we want are leadership names, because that gives us an edge versus other traders. Not only did we have a Bollinger Band squeeze setting up on a daily chart, we had it on a weekly chart as well. So we were in and out of this twice. So we booked about a 50% profit the first time around. Then we got back in just after earnings, and then we wrote it up for about another 80%. So a very nice trade. We're out of it right now. Why did we sell? It's because we're extended. I still think we could go up higher, but we're extended above the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. Generally, you get a retracement, and then I'll look to get back in. If you're a long-term investor, sit with it. So that's SoundHound. We had a very good week last week. We are shorting. We added to our shorts of AppLovin, which did not get added to the S&P 500 yesterday, as many traders had expected, and they sold it off with a couple of 100,000 share blocks of selling after hours. That was a pleasant surprise. So that was down about, let's call it 4%. So we sent out alerts when we entered these trades, exited these trades, and that's what you get when you join up free. And even if you have your own stocks to trade, you get my analysis at the end of each day, market wrap, and of course you get the week ahead commentary strategy session. And I tailor the service to help those folks that have day jobs. So the Contrarian Trader, what is it? It's a service for traders with day jobs. So let's begin. Let's talk about our first stock. I spoke about this one, I think it was November the 11th, and we haven't done much. We've just been trading sideways, but I'm really liking this price action here. It's like a bull flag setup, RSI hooking up, volume hooking up. So the weekly chart of AT&T looking very good, a tour lifestyle. We'll be looking for a retest of support and then we'll be adding to the position on any breakout. Now, when you take a look at the daily chart, you have a Bollinger Band squeeze. Again, the Bollinger Band's trading inside the Keltner channels. This is very, very tight consolidation, and it will get resolved, and I believe it's going to get resolved to the upside. So, bullish ATAT. The next chart up, Moelis & Company. Let's begin with the weekly view. It had a huge surge the week of November the 4th, and all we've been doing is trading sideways. That's healthy. All we're doing is consolidating gains at this point in time. And when you move on to the daily chart, look at the tight consolidation range we're seeing here. And yet again, we have the Bollinger Bands trading inside the Keltner channel, setting up for a bullish breakout. RSI hugging the 50 level, also known as the neutral level, and beginning to hook up. We'll be looking for a continuation breakout on RSI. We've had 5 back-to-back down days. The thing to note, very little volume. This is not distribution, it's just indecision. Now, the next chart is Morgan Stanley. We booked profits here a few weeks ago, and the banking sector came under a little bit of pressure last week. So I'm not necessarily looking to jump in on this trade on Monday morning, but it's certainly worth a watch. Let's overlay our indicators. Let's draw a lower band of rising support. And there you can get an idea of as to where we'd be looking to begin bull operations on Morgan Stanley. A little bit of a concern here is that down volume rose on the week, but it was still just below average. So not heavy distribution by institutions. Now on a daily chart, again, we scanned for a Bollinger Band squeeze using my list of stocks that have growth and rising profits. We scanned for those. They're all listed here. But we narrowed them down using this technology to this small list. There's AT&T, there's CAVA, we'll go over that one in a moment, Morgan Stanley, etc. Newmark we already own, we're profitable on that trade. PRA is also on our list for today. And the entire list here is posted for free here in the public forum. Again, you do not need a credit card to access this. Use the link below, it'll take you on over. Takes a few seconds to sign up. And as a reminder, folks, we'll be entering the entry points, price targets, and stop loss points in all these stocks in the members area, so please go check it out. So leaving off with Morgan Stanley here, very tight consolidation. We're bullish. I think the path of least resistance remains to the upside, especially as we round out the remainder of December, which is seasonally favorable. The next chart up, CAVA. We went over this one chart as well a few weeks ago back here, and it did have a surge, but then it dropped back down into its trading range. Now, this chart reminds me of SoundHound because it too had a burst of a breakout and then it subsequently dropped back down into a base. So it was a failed breakout. So let's begin here with a weekly chart. Now, clearly, the path of least resistance is to the upside. RSI, very strong. Volume on the week last week was good, daily view. Note how we're just hugging this lower band of support. We had a Bollinger Band squeeze. It fired off. We're dropping back now, down now, trying to find some footing. I think that ultimately this is going to get resolved to the upside. And remember, folks, all of these stocks are top tier, high quality names. They are not fly-by-nighters. I prefer not to be involved with those types of names. We want best of breed. That gives us the edge over other traders. The next chart up, CSW. This is a new one for us. The weekly chart, it's okay. We're consolidating these gains. I just am not enamored with the bearish divergence on RSI. But to be fair, we're just consolidating here. So there's no real catalyst to drive RSI up higher. So we'll give it a pass. Now, if we fail to see a breakout in RSI, if the stock breaks out, that'll be a problem. That's a bearish divergence in its truest form. Volume last week to the downside and the week prior, non-existent. Very, very light. Daily view. So again, on the daily chart, we have a Bollinger Band squeeze. Again, what that means or what that implies is that you have a tug of war between bulls and bears. It's a tight consolidation. A lot of energy is being built up. And whichever direction the stock takes, whether it be up or down, is going to be an explosive move. Now, in this case here, we have a bull market. we have a top tier, high quality stock. What I would want to look for is a breakout before I got involved with the name to ensure that we're trading along the line of least resistance, meaning we're getting long because the stock is breaking out. I don't want to buy the dip. I would rather pay more for the probability of being right. So bullish on CSW. We'd have to check to see whether or not this is optionable. It probably is because it's a $415 stock, so we're not going to be able to get large into the position if it's not optionable. In fact, we could check right here and see if it's optionable, and it is optionable. We could also check and see what type of seasonality this stock has, and for the month of December, it's up 60% of the time. So we're in a seasonally strong period of time. Let's check out the weekly view. So this past week was one of the worst weeks out of the year, but moving forward, it gets a bit better. Granted, week 51, not that great, but next week looks pretty solid. So we may see some upside move here on CSWI as early as next week. EME, MCore Group. Let's begin with the weekly chart because we always want to do the higher level view first. And what we have here is a simple triangle formation. Very reliable, very predictable. All it's telling us is that we have consolidation. Volume did rise last week versus the prior week's up week, but still at about the moving average, so no real concern. If we begin to see the down volume surpass last week's volume, that would be a problem, and we'd want to avoid it. We don't want to buy into institutional distribution. Now, looking at the daily chart, very similar to the other charts we've been talking about, we have a tight Bollinger Band squeeze setup. Again, setting up for an explosive move, either up or down. Our bet is up. This is a high-quality stock, rising profits, and we're looking for a breakout. Volume to the downside on Friday was very light. That's exactly what you want to see. It's fine that a stock is down as long as it's not down on big volume. That means that you have institutions moving in and selling their positions. You want the exact opposite. You want those guys on your side. You want them trading along the path of least resistance, which should be to the upside. Their volume helps you as a long. PRI, Primerica, another financial. This is the second financial. We have Morgan Stanley, the other, which we've already gone over. Let's go to the weekly chart, see how we finished out the week. We've had a nice bull run here. The path of least resistance remains to the upside. We are in the middle of a trading range. Ideally, they sell this off. Now, what do I mean by that? Why I'm bullish on the stock. Why do I hope they sell it? Because here's what happens many times when you have a Bollinger Band squeeze. This is a daily chart, Bollinger Band squeeze setting up here. Many times, they'll drop the stock down hard. And when I say they, I'm meaning the institutional players, because they're not going to pay retail. They want to wipe out retail. They know that right here, there's a bunch of stop loss orders, which they just bounced off of last week. Here, they know they have stops. Here, they know they have stops. What they want to do is they want to flush these guys out. What does that do? It creates a pool of liquidity because these guys aren't buying 100 shares. They're buying 100,000 shares. If they do it at the market, where we closed on Friday, they'll be driving the share price up higher and trading against themselves. What they want to do is they want to drop the share price down, and this goes for all these stocks we're talking about today. Drop the share price down very quickly, and then they're going to move in. And all these guys that had these static stop loss orders in place, they're going to get wiped out, and they're going to be saying, what just happened? I just got stopped out, and the stock is trading higher, and looks very, very bullish from where I got stopped out of. That's what happens. They're liquidity hunting. The institutions are liquidity hunting. Don't let that be you. Expect it. So let's go back to the weekly chart. Let's get rid of the yeah. So ideally, we pull back here. And we buy the dip, as they did back here, as they did here, as they did here, as they did here. So history may not repeat itself in trading, but it certainly does rhyme. And as a reminder, folks, I'll be entering our entry points, price targets, and stop points in the members area. If you're not currently a member, you get access to our trade alerts, to our Bull and Bear chat room with a great bunch of people there, very intelligent people. You get access to my feed as well as the list of stocks that I scanned today. Now, if you sign up to a silver and gold level membership and you get TrendSpider free, you're getting a lot more value than if you simply went over to TrendSpider and purchased their individual subscriptions. Now, if you're not ready yet, that's fine. I strongly urge you to please take advantage of this product. I use it all the time. I used it today. I found all of these stocks that I reviewed today on TrendSpider scans. And recent plays, KARO, that was up 24%. SoundHound, since I first did the analysis of it, I'll post the link at the end of this video. That's up 214%. HIMS, up 37%. Datadog, which we also traded, is up 37%. So you folks do the math. The only bad action is inaction, so take action. Everybody have an awesome weekend, and I hope to talk to you on Sunday Night Futures Live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You know the deal.